Agile Data Engine, Tutorial, Create Entity and Attribute Mapping, Part 3. An entity mapping forms a dependency between a target entity and a source entity. Entity mappings can be created into loads, and they can contain attribute-level mappings. Agile Data Engine uses entity mappings to generate workflows and attribute-level entity mappings to generate loads. In the videos Create Entity and Attribute Mapping Part 1 and 2, we have already learned about mapping. In this video, we will learn more about mapping attributes and also how to create and use a reference. References, meaning foreign keys, enable Designer to automate the attribute mappings and provide a handy data model view. Foreign keys are not written into the target database. Here, in the data model view, you see that there are no references used in this package yet. In this video, we will use this satellite entity as an example. The satellite and the incoming load to this entity have already been created, and Agile Data Engine has automatically created this satellite's current view. To create a reference, go inside the entity and to the References tab. Then press Create Reference. First, choose a parent entity. You might need to start typing its name to find the correct entity. Next, select a parent attribute and a child attribute. Then, press Create. Next, we'll learn a few new things about mapping, for example, how to map by reference. First, go inside the load and create the entity mapping. After mapping the entity, you see two entities here. On the left side, the source entity and its attributes. And on the right side, the target entity and its automatically created meta attributes. Note that no attributes have been mapped yet. If you want some of the attributes from the source entity to be created and mapped to the target entity, switch to the left side and map those attributes, in this case, these two attributes. This way, attributes get created and mapped to the target entity. Next, you can do the mapping to the target entity's other attributes by switching to the right side. Now you'll learn how to map by a reference. Press the pen icon first. Then just press this Copy by Reference. This way Agile Data Engine copies the attribute from the entity the reference is pointing at. Then check the transformation type and press Save. Note that the source attribute can be mapped to several target attributes, but the source attribute can be used to create a target attribute only before mapping to other attributes. Next, just create all other mappings needed. With Satellite's data hash, you can use this Map All Mapped option. Now you can check the data model view and see how it has changed after adding a reference.